Welcome to the Case for Learner Feedback, the holy grail of learning solutions development, presented by Heidi Borashevsky, Jesse Guy Ryan, and Tanya Trump. As Allison Rossett stated in a post to the Learning Circuit's blog regarding course evaluation, we say we want to do more and know more. We are eager to check out more tools and get a better handle on the situation. But knowing is not doing, not even close. The desire for robust learner feedback is pervasive, and that certainly holds true for Sony, the subject of our case study. Let's take a look at the situation at hand. Sony Computer Entertainment America, also referred to as SCEA, is the company behind the Sony PlayStation and its very popular series of video games. SCEA is headquartered in San Mateo, California, with other major offices in San Diego, Santa Monica, and Bend, Oregon. The Knowledge Solutions Group, based in the San Diego office of Sony, heads up the technical learning and documentation services to support SCEA employees. They have a broad-based internal clientele, from newly hired gaming staff all the way up to senior management. The group supports many major business groups, including 2 development studios, quality assurance, information technology, art and design, and sound and motion capture, just to name a few. The concern of Knowledge Solutions is that without meaningful feedback, they cannot adequately provide the level of service necessary to ensure they are meeting their goals of effectively training their client base. While some feedback is being collected, they wonder if clients are providing honest feedback and how they might get more people to respond to their requests for this feedback. Getting quality feedback will enable them to provide the high level of service expected from their group. Sounds like a familiar problem, doesn't it? There are a number of stakeholders in this scenario. The primary decision makers are the actual Knowledge Solutions team members. Authentic feedback from their customers, the rest of the SCEA organization, is of utmost importance in ensuring maximum job performance. Other prominent stakeholders include senior management in the departments of information technology, quality assurance, and human resources. These are the primary departments impacted by and benefiting from the training provided by the Knowledge Solutions team. Currently, the feedback system being used does not provide sufficient information for them to ensure they are offering high-quality learning and documentation services. Participation in satisfaction surveys represents only a small portion of the people served by the team. As mentioned earlier, unsatisfactory level of quality feedback leaves the Knowledge Solutions team questioning whether the feedback is honest and if it truly represents the needs of the company as a whole. The feedback received does not adequately assist them in understanding the effectiveness of services currently offered, how they can improve existing services, or the need for the development of new services. They feel without a better system of gathering meaningful feedback, several groups in the organization may be unprepared and or unmotivated to adequately perform their jobs.
To ultimately arrive at viable solutions for SCEA, we will need to conduct a thorough needs analysis of the situation. We have itemized the questions into 4 groupings: organizational, environmental, actual state, and desired state. We start with the organizational questions. These questions will help us to understand the importance of learning and development to both the corporate culture and to individual employee performance. They also help us understand the value placed on feedback up to this point in time. Environmental questions help us understand the time allocated for training and feedback and the circumstances under which feedback is currently obtained. The answers to questions about the actual state help us understand what is happening right now. Finally, answers to the questions relating to the desired state will help us take a closer look at the expectations of both the feedback process and the outcomes desired from the feedback.
Based on the information we have so far, our team has some preliminary recommendations. We begin with analysis strategies. For this, we recommend conducting group interviews, actual observations, and data analysis. The group interviews would work very much like focus groups and involve participation by stakeholders and staff who have participated in training. The past experience of our team with this method has shown that a wealth of information can come from these types of interactions, especially if the moderator asks open-ended questions and encourages frank and open dialogue. It is helpful to either record these sessions or have someone take detailed notes to ensure the thorough capture of all information gleaned from each session. When written feedback is desired, we recommend on-the-spot survey completion when possible, with someone observing the process and ensuring that it is taking place either in paper form or via electronic format. We also suggest an ongoing in-depth analysis of extant data, including company strategic documents, training schedules, or list of courses offered, and existing instruments, reports, and performance data. This helps keep the process focused and on task. Next, we recommend additional interventions. We propose a gamification model to engage the internal client and motivate participation in various methods of training and feedback. We looked at the success another company, Cognizant, has had with gamification. Cognizant credits a modest increase in employee satisfaction scores, with 3 key business processes doubling in user compliance since adopting an internal employee engagement platform using game mechanics to engage, reward, and motivate its employees through leaderboards and badges. Knowledge Solutions could try a similar approach and redesign the entire training process and feedback collection to an internal employee game that will engage friendly competition and award badges for completing training courses, providing meaningful feedback and client engagement, thereby improving the quality of feedback and customer-employee buy-in. Lack of enthusiasm for completing feedback surveys is often a result of employees feeling that their voice is not being heard. By sharing the results of the feedback in a public forum, employees will know that their feedback does matter and that by providing honest and in-depth feedback, they can make a difference in future training and development, and the company as a whole. We recommend sharing the results of feedback and surveys either via the company's social media platform and/or quarterly recognition events and meetings. The purpose of obtaining robust feedback is to use the information to ultimately improve performance through training and other interventions. Moving forward, it will be imperative that the Knowledge Solutions Group keeps the process dynamic. As new methods of feedback are utilized, it will be important for them to compare response rates and results, actual data, pre- and post-intervention. It will also be important to keep the entire Knowledge Solutions Group involved in the process by interviewing them on feedback usability. Finally, conducting interviews with supervisors and management regarding performance improvements and comparing actual data. This will help ensure that the interventions provided by the Knowledge Solutions Group are truly meeting the needs of their client base. Finally, we have listed the references that we used for this project. Of course, we also drew from our own experiences as working professionals. Thank you very much for your time, and we truly hope that you consider our solution.